Hey folks, I'm Dieter Melhorn. In this video, we're going fishing for stripers, hybrid bass, and spotted bass on Lake Norman during the spring spawning run. Now folks, this video takes place in May, and generally speaking, May is a pretty warm month. One of those times here in the South when you can go out in a pair of shorts and a hoodie and be down to a t-shirt by mid-morning and just enjoying some wonderful temperatures. But during this trip and this year, it was cold. I believe it was 37 or 38 degrees on this morning, which is unheard of. Matter of fact, it may have been a record low temperature that day, but was going out anyway. The fishing had been good, and was catching some fish, so I wanted to get out on the water. I can stay warm for a little while until the sun comes up. So I got out on the water, got some baits in the water, and started catching fish.
Boom, doubled up. Got another one right there. Got one right here. I got another rod going right there. Hopefully we can stay buttoned on them. Got here. I parked in the right spot right away. I get this one in. Hybrid. Got him quick. Quick. Probably need my little net for these suckers. Need to put the handle on this thing. There's one in the box. Bam. Bam. Nice fish. Pretty fish. There he is. See if this other one's still on. Yep, he is. This is a spotted bass. This, partially what I came up here for, catfish bait. Bam. I'm in a hurry. I had a feeling that's what some of these were.
Now, one of the cool things about fishing this reservoir is that it has a 4-fish limit. One of the cool things about this reservoir, it's got a 4-fish limit, so you can keep a few to take home. The spotted bass, you can keep 5 of them, and you can keep 2 of them any size. That was at the taping of this show. That has since changed. They're trying to take these fish out of the lake because there are so many of them, and they're just prolific breeders, and they're basically trying to reduce their numbers. So now, at the taping of this, you can keep everyone that you catch, no matter how big it is. Obviously, depending on when you watch this video, if you plan to go to Lake Norman, check your regulations, because I'm sure that'll change at some point. But it's a fish that they're trying to take out of there. They're great to eat, so I don't hesitate keeping any.
Right, got one. Got one finally. Finally hooked on one. Got some bait smashed. Striper stealth rods, slime line. This is their 12-pound line, 10 or 12. Another good hybrid. That's their medium light rod. It's a good one for these kind of fish. Damn. I'm in the boat. He say, simmer down. Simmer down. This fish does not want to pose for the camera. He's not realized he's going to be on Dieter Melhorn fishing. Boom, I got one buried back there. There's that one. Get that one in the live well. I got the rod buried behind me. I think that's a catfish. He buried it like he was a catfish. I hope y'all heard that. Buried it like a catfish, ran like a striper, so we'll see. Again, striper stealth rods. They're a great rod for this kind of action right here. Stuff underneath the boat. This is a little fish. I think it's a spot. Nope, a little hybrid. Man, he buried it. He buried it. Come here, simmer down. Simmer down. You get to go back. Calm down. Calm down. There he is. Pretty fish. He's legal, but I'm gonna let him go. Good fish there. Let him go there. Look at him. We got enough to eat. No need to be greedy. Let's get these rods back in the water. It's fishing live bait here. Some little blueback herring and some circle hooks. I'm just fishing these about, I don't know, 2 feet off the bottom. These fish are still shallow. The sun's barely up over the trees. So, matter of fact, that last one may have come on a cut bait. I gotta check and see. I'm gonna roll back around here. There's a pile of fish on there. Oh, got him on the drop. Got him on the drop. Boom, there goes another one right there. That rod's going too. That is a spot, which we will keep. We can keep 2 undersized ones. That'll be one of them. Fish.
Now, one of the things with finding striped bass, especially in the spring around the spawn, is figuring out where exactly they're at. A lot of these reservoirs, they make runs to the river. But before they do that, they are down lake, upper lake, mid lake, somewhere usually in that upper third of the reservoir, staged up to make that run. With the weather that we were having and the cold temperatures, the water wasn't extremely cold, but it was a little colder than normal. So it played a part in fish not being where they usually were. So we were lucky to find them on a previous trip. Went back to a similar area, about a 1 to 2 mile area here where these fish were holding up, and that's where we were finding them.
Boom, got him. How did that pull off? Boom, got another one going back here. I was just getting ready to say, how did that sucker pull off? He get into that line. No, it's a different fish. Boat back out here and stop. There we go. Oh, that's a pull right there. I got them going on both of them. Hopefully they stay hooked. Hopefully they stay hooked. Look at that one go too. It's crazy. Crazy good bite. Big spot. Big spot. Hooked again. Boom, another spot. Another one. Killing my live bait and my cut bait. They eating all of it.
Now this is one of those deals where it's not the same place all the time, and they're not at the same place year after year. I had done a little recon up there on a previous trip, and kind of had a general idea of where the fish were. But it took some riding. I did some riding around, and it probably took 4 or 5 points before I found them. But once I did, they were pretty easy to catch.
Boom, there goes one. Oh, got him that time. Got him that time. See if we can stay on top of these things. Kind of worried. They're moving around this point a lot. I tried spot locking and they get gone. They get gone. I think they're up here trying to feed, attack stuff. Another hybrid. Come here, fella. Get out of that line. There you go. Get out of that line again. A feisty one right there. That is a feisty one. Oh, taking a chance lifting him. Got him in the boat. There we go. There we go. Little hybrid. Good looking little fish. Pretty. There goes another one. Oh, missed him. Dang. Sitting there showing them off. He got away.
Now, when do you go to Lake Norman fishing for stripers like this? Well, I'm going to be honest with you, it varies greatly depending on the weather. Now, when do you go to Lake Norman to fish for fish like this? Well, it varies greatly with the weather. It can start in March. It can end in early June. It just depends on what's going on with the weather. Typically, that April-May time frame is when the best fishing is there. You can always catch these fish. You can catch them really good in wintertime. It's just this type of fishing, downlining with live baits underneath the boat on Carolina rigs. Typically, this is a good time to do it. The other great thing about this time of the year is you can catch these fish on cut bait, especially as they get closer to their spawning times. Don't know why that is, but they definitely like to eat. They're definitely hungry, and you can catch them on cut bait during these time periods.
There he goes on a piece of cut bait. I did get one on cut bait finally. I was just sitting there saying I ain't caught none on the cut bait. I guess if they get hungry enough, I can honestly. Boom, there's another one on that rod. Doubled up, guys. Doubled up. Get this one in. One on cut, one on lime. I'm down to really only being able to fish about 2 rods out here. There you see. Bang, let him go. Look at him go. That's a good one. Get him in here. Good fish. Good Lake Norman fish. Pretty fun to catch. Good gracious, they're fun to catch. Get back live. Let's get this other one. We still got another one to deal with over here. Yep, another good hybrid there. Oh, he's powerful. I'm probably gonna net him. He's acting a little bit feisty. These fish are on the move out here, boy. They are on the move. Cold morning, 37 degrees. Yeah, he's gonna need a net. Nothing but a Carolina rig, about a 3/4 ounce sinker. A little circle hook. That's a big one. That's a slob right there. Slob for this lake anyway. They say simmer down. Simmer down. Get that hook out of you. How'd I hook you in the top of the mouth? If I hadn't got video of the rod going down, somebody'd say that's fake. That's a big one there. That's a good fish. That's a good fish right there, guys. On this lake, this is a good fish. Very nice one.
Now on this particular trip, I'm using live bait primarily. I had some blueback herring and also some alewives that I'd caught out of Lake Norman. And live bait is the primo bait to have. You can get by with shad. You can get by with shiners that you buy at a bait shop. But it is hard to beat alewives and blueback herring. For whatever reason, those fish are keyed on these fish and feeding on these fish during this time period. And they will hit those baits over any other.
Probably gonna get hammered right here. There's a bunch of fish. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. I knew one of these. Old spot. I knew there had to be one in here. I knew it. There he is. This one got a little more backbone. This one got a little more backbone. Feisty hybrid. Feisty one. Feisty, feisty, feisty. Boom. I got another one on this side. There we go. You can see that rod right behind me going off. Loaded, baby. Easy. Your throat hooked. See if the fish doctor can do some surgery. Look at that rod going over there. Oh, you'll make it. You'll make it. You'll be all right. Let's get this other one. There we go. Running out of rods, people. Running out of rods. Another nice one. We are smoking them. That one's barely hooked. Won't slip on the line. Easy. Killing them. That's about a bass bait right behind me. Never seen it all. Good fish. No tag. Good looking fish.
Now the rod and reel setup is fairly simple. There's just some Abu Garcia 5000 reels. I've got some slime line on them. I believe it's 10 or 12 pound line. And I've got some Striper Stealth rods. These are the medium light actions, a very flexible tip. This is a great action and a great rod for this type of fishing. These are not huge fish. These are not upper end stripers. These are some of the more medium-sized fish that are in a lot of these put-and-take reservoirs. And this is not a trophy striper lake by any means. So this gear, this tackle is perfect for catching these fish.
Stuck another one. I was actually just dropping that bait down. It was right on the bottom too. Big spot, big spot, big spot. Eater spot. Big bait spot. That's a good one there. How long was that sucker? I don't even know the length. I can't judge these things. Oh yeah. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. Alright guys, I got hooked up with one here. I got one that's going down. I just dropped the bait back in the water.
Now some people are probably wondering how deep were these fish. Well, I'll be honest with you, they kind of varied. It varied from around 8 feet all the way down to about 35 feet. And a lot of that had to do with how high the sun was. As the sun got up and above the trees, the fish went deeper, as is normally expected in most places. They were basically doing what the bait was doing. The bait was up shallow before sunrise, up on the points around those areas. That's where the fish were staged up and ambushing from. And they moved out deeper. You just had to stay with them and follow them. As the bait moved off, so did the fish. And that's just kind of common during this time of the year. Usually better fishing is early. It falls off later in the day.
This one's running, boy. I'm gonna let him get away from the trolling motor a little bit. I had to reconfigure some lines here. I had so much stuff going in different directions. He stopped the boat right here, getting bit. Striper Stealth rods. It's a good rod. Medium light action. Great for this size fish. There he goes, there he goes. Nice flexible tip, very forgiving. There's one getting bopped right there. I'm gonna try flipping this one in the boat here. How do you say? That is a striper. That is a Lake Norman striper. Been catching hybrids, but that's a striper. Still a few of them left. Look there. Lake Norman striper, the long lost species. There may be a fish on that one there. Yep, he's there. He was just swimming off the bait. Let's see what that is. Anyway, sorry for the quick release. That was actually a striper. They do not stock those in here anymore. Kind of cool to catch them when they're here. That is a little bitty hybrid, young hybrid. Probably last year's fish. Get him unhooked. He is throat hooked. Hate that because there we go. Got the hook out. Eating shad. There he is. A young one.
Now, generally speaking, once you saw fish on the sonar, kind of in that spaghetti mixed up kind of pattern, you could catch 2 or 3 of them, and then they moved. These fish were moving around. You had to kind of roam around. You get on them and catch a few for a few minutes, and then they're moving off. They were very active. Whenever you see those arches and stuff moving through and across the sonar screen instead of just sitting there, those fish are active and moving. And that's what was going on here. You'd get on them for a while, then you'd have to make a move, you'd find them again, and you'd put a few in the boat.
Boom, got one going. Get him up here. Another good fish. Good hopper. Taking a dive, taking a dive. Yeah, boom. Boof. There he is, another pretty one. Whacking and smacking and stacking and all those other cliche fishing sayings. And throwing them back. Come here. Come here. Might get some on cut bait. That's what this one was on. Get him over here to the show. A better fish. Got my last live bait in there. How big this sucker is. That rod go. That rod go. Jackson. There goes another one right there. That one's on cut bait too. I'm gonna get a few of these on cut bait. Let's see.
Well, folks, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Here are a couple more videos that I think you're gonna like. I'd watch that one and then that one. No, do that one first and then that one. I don't know. Just watch them both. They're both good.